They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a team from the American, the Charlotte 49ers, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The 49ers will kick it away to start us off. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Bulldogs offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead, and it's nice to have.
There he goes! Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. Now, last year, there were long stretches in which the Georgia offense hardly looked like a well-oiled machine. Now the quarterback's transferred, new full-time starter in there. I think it's fair to say, David, that the Dogs need more from the quarterback position this season.
They do need more, but I tell you what, they didn't help him the whole spot around, right? The offensive line, running backs, receivers, it was kind of below average for every position, but the quarterback is the tone setter, the captain, and having a guy like Gunner at the helm, man, this is a dude they all trust, they all respect, and I expect this offense to bounce back in a big way.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Second down coming up. The play-action fake. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Caught over the middle. It's dealt. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. So the Charlotte 49ers offense has the ball for the first time. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Running back searching for a hole. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Trying play action. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. This pressure from the defensive front is overwhelming, much like when 3-time All-American David Pollack played on the Georgia defensive front. Whatever happened to that guy?
Washed up old guy. I've heard bad things about that guy. But no, when you look at these defenses Georgia's had, these dominant.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
This defense talked about it coming into this football game. We've got to affect the quarterback. We got to rattle him. We got to hit him early. How about this? First drive, 2 sacks already. So far, mission accomplished.
Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Hold it, finds his man on the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. To throw, it's Stockton. Extending the play. Got his man on the right. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
when a quarterback gets outside the pocket, it's really hard to defend. Do I stay in my zone? Do I stay back? Or do I come up and go get him? Puts me in a difficult spot.
Grab near the marker. It's Branch. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish the drive with a touchdown toss from the 49. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Finding an escape route. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to...
Breaks into the open. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And the 49ers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The 49ers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Caught on the outside. It's Olsen.
Illegal touchdown.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Behind the chains now on second and long. The give to the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Trying to set up the screen. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Now on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude. Georgia lining up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Great job by the safety. You see safeties back in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, understanding where he's throwing the football. Great break, great interception.
Pressure coming. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
Hand off from the shotgun. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Grabbed in the middle, it's Thomas. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. He's looking to throw. Trying to find the end zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Dogs!
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And great recognition by the corner. That touch pass, after he throws at the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that, flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
He's got it on the right. And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the 2nd quarter is about to get underway. First play of the period, 1st down here. Leaves it with the running back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. And the 49ers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Finds a man on the left. Makes a grab at the 6-yard line. It's 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll go to the air. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Charlotte. Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. On the run, it's Frazier. There he goes! Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down. And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up a first down on the ground.
And you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what they've always built this program on, is running the football, physical running backs. That's what Georgia does.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the air, it's Stockton. Rushes on him, trying to make magic with his feet. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. The Bulldogs really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Motion from the wide receiver. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Inside the 35. Lots of room to run. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And this receiver is so dangerous. There's so many different ways that he can hurt a defense. You got to throw it to him conventionally, but find creative ways to get him the football out in space and let him go to work.
The Dogs are on the move. They'll try to slam it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And that guy is just a man. I mean, he sets the tone in this defense, and you saw it on that play right there. Reminds me a lot of the guy standing beside me, David Pollock, who really set the bar for great D-line play at Georgia. I think back to 2 guys I played against, Richard Seymour and Marcus Stroud, lining up beside each other on the inside of that D-line. That was an absolute nightmare to go up against.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The 49ers line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He'll keep it himself. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. An explosive run, and he gets it all the way up to the 50-yard line before going out of bounds. Now they'll try to cash in this drive, 1st and 10 from the 50. They'll go to the ground. He's in open space downfield. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bell. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. A first down run in the red zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they knocked through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. They took it 64 yards right down the field. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to throw on first down. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Nicholas.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the 49ers will call on their punt team. Makes a nice grab at the 25. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Spins away from the defender. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the air, it's Stockton. They'll run the screen. Across the 35. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Dogs! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Power football with the run. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. 1 more snap coming before halftime. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens. And the undisputed star of the half has been that lockdown corner. The coaches told us how good he was, but I almost think they undersold how impactful he would be. Ultra physical with 0 hesitation, and with hands like that, I wonder if they don't think about using him in the passing game at some point. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas between the hedges in Sanford Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the 3rd quarter.
It just starts with 1 play, though. You just need 1 thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes 1 play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. And I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
The 49ers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. He'll go to the sneak.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Under fire. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the 49ers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Harrell. Throws to the tight end. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The 49ers will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Wants to bring it back. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Finds his man. It's dealt. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And the Dogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Rolling right and going deep. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks.
Touchdown, Georgia, and they take it in for 6 more points. He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. Just when you think it's automatic, it's not. Extra point, no good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Looking to throw, it's Harrell. Right on the money. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the middle. He makes a catch. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. And the 49ers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
It's always so hard for offensive coordinators to adjust their game plan. When you lose your starting quarterback, now you got your backup, and a lot of times there's so much cautiousness, and you just don't want to run them that much, or you don't feel comfortable with the whole playbook, and you can see it there, and you can see the cautiousness, the hesitation led to a sack.
Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
You know, nowadays so many people go for it on 4th down, so maybe it causes people to be more aggressive on 3rd down. You ain't going for it now. 3rd and long, and I bring the blitz, and I get home. No 4th down for you.
The 49ers will bring the punt team onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. From the gun, the ground game. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense has it 1st and 10 from their own 20. Running to the left. Runs through the tackle. And runs through another guy. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Got it in the middle, it's Frazier. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Bulldogs line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to pass, it's Stockton. Going downfield for the big play. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads to the right. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He'll try to take it back. And he's brought down, but this interception, a huge play to end this quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. With the run on 1st and goal. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. The Bulldogs in the hurry up. Got it back on 2nd and goal. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. They'll run play action. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Bulldogs! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. The last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the 49ers will punt it away on 4th down. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one.
What a really good job by the punt team. Listen, you put all your speed, your athletes, a lot of starters are on these teams now in college football, and that's the reason why. You need these guys to go down, make plays, try to tackle these elusive guys in the open field, and hey, even cause a turnover, that's just gravy.
I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game.
Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Not much there on the run. He gets one to the 31. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Looking for a push on 4th down. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Dogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They're going to ride this running back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Pulls and fires complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his 2nd catch so far in this game.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. And the Dogs started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside, defense.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
And the defense was anxious to get off the ball quickly. Instead, it's just a little bit closer for the offense. Barrels ahead. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Quick touch pass to the receiver.
If you're going to try a push pass here on 1st down by the goal line, you've really got to get great blocking. You can't allow penetration, and the offense wasn't able to do that. Look at the defense on that last play. They were able to get in the backfield. They make a tackle on a speedy wide receiver to get the TFL.
Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stopped short of the goal line.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollock.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking downfield, it's Harrell. Got it behind the line. It's Stokes. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Catch in the middle, it's McGee. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The defense will use a timeout here. There are 16 seconds left to play. The 49ers will punt this one away. Here's the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.